Hey, hello, welcome. I thought I would make a special video today. Hopefully you can see the babies clearly. Yes, look at all those babies. So I'm gonna try and make this quickish, because I wrote 5 pages worth of stuff for this video. So, yes. Let me see. Let me just get to it here. So, multiple people have asked me how I got into the reborn hobby. So I thought it would be fitting to have pretty much all of my babies. Oh, I should have brought, I do have a mini, a smaller silicone than this. They have their own little like boppy that they sleep on, and then I'm also selling one of my Ashton Drake dolls. Not this one, but okay. So, how did I get into the reborn hobby? So I thought that I would finally make a video about that. So if you would like to check that out, join me for this story time. All right. So I have always loved children. I love babies in particular, nurturing them. When we were in high school, we got to take care of, those robot babies. What are those called? I always think it's like called Baby Think It Over, but I know it's not. I cannot think of the name. Sorry, I'm always having to rearrange myself. Okay. Yes, so I love doing that, obviously. I love babies. So, I know that one night of sleeplessness isn't a good idea of what parenthood is like. They should have probably made students take care of them for a few weeks or a month. I'm just reading what I wrote, so if it kind of sounds like I'm reading a story, that's kind of why. But as I continued to grow older, so many things changed. I was trying to find myself. I know I have yet to delve into it on my channel. I was a teenager who was struggling with my gender identity. And I wasn't sure how I would ever have my own family. So I am only here to speak about my journey as a transgender person. Things that I have done or not done physically only apply to me. Without going super in depth about everything, during my journey of gender identity, I did lose the ability to have my own biological children. The only way it would have been possible is if I had some of my DNA frozen, and I'm not sure about you, but I did not have the funds to do that for, it would have been 15 plus years until I was ready to be a parent. As I was going through life, I actually ended up getting married. I got married pretty young. I mean, duh. I'm a catch. Ha 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 ha. Just kidding. That was a joke. But we both did really want children. We of course thought about adoption. Please, if you have never looked up the costs for adoption, go do that now. I will wait. Yes, I will wait. Go ahead, check it out. Yeah, the costs are astronomical, especially for a young couple. We also thought about IVF, IUI, all of those acronyms, but again, if you do anything with legal and professional help, you're going to have to sell your soul, I'm telling you. In the end, we ended up finding a website online where it was free for donors and recipients to exchange. Without going in depth on that, we did end up finding a donor. We actually tried once or twice at home on our own. We were not successful. Long story short, in the end, we did obviously end up getting divorced. And not too long after that, my ex-wife was able to get pregnant and have a baby. It did hurt me a little to hear that, but I was happy for her. A few years after that ended with her, I was given an opportunity to play the dad role for a young child in my life. I don't want to go again in depth about that to keep the anonymity, but I was there during the pregnancy, the first night at the hospital. I put that baby to sleep countless nights, rocking them to sleep as my arms hurt, my back hurt. You know how you do. Babies get you in all weird positions, and you have to turn your back away from the window because it's too bright and they won't go to sleep. And, sometimes you have to hold them and you're like sweating to death, but you can't move because you gotta get them to fall asleep. I took the baby to a hospital for a routine operation. That's where, if you saw my recent video I posted, my adoption video, that's where that hospital picture is from. When I did that, it's just like when you're there for events, school events, and just everything, I don't know. Anyway, so that child had just started calling me that magical name, Daddy. It was actually what I got, Daddy, and at first it was Da. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, then I ended up having a falling out with their mother. So all of that crashed and burned. After almost 2 years of being in this role, the mother broke my heart and started having that child call me by my first name. That's as far as I want to go with that part of the story, but I just want you to really know the contributing events. So after that happened, I would say that I was thrown into another bout of depression, which is another thing I want to make a video on, mental health, but I have not done that yet. So this state of depression had been going on for at least a couple of years before. I'm not sure how. I can't even remember. I'm trying to think how I found reborns again, and I cannot remember. I had seen them as a teenager, but when I was first going through my gender transition, I didn't want anyone to ever contribute me to anything girly, etc., etc. All that toxic masculinity BS. So here, now I am as a grown adult, and I can do what I want. I have more confidence in myself now, and I want to show others that it's okay to be yourself. Enjoy your life, because we never know when it may be the end for us, especially during this time of a pandemic. That should really, free some people up. I hope that you start being true to yourselves, because you never know. You never know when it may be the end. And did we live for ourselves, or did we live for others? Because ultimately, who are you going home with at night? Yourself or the world? Because you're going to have to deal with yourself when you go home. Anyway, that's pretty much it. And I had been wanting to start a YouTube channel for a while, but had nothing to talk about until this hobby. So yeah, so I was just reading that out of my new notebook for my YouTube channel, so I can write down ideas for videos and stuff. So I thought that was cute, so I'll just show that off to you. That's where I had that story written. I wrote that the other day, a couple days ago. So yeah, I just wanted to end that, let's end that talking about the virus. Please, 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 if you can, as much as you can, stay at home. If you do not need to be going out right now, please don't. I know the other day I was out at the Dollar Tree trying to get some food and stuff, and some kids were actually making fun of me for wearing gloves. And, you know, it's sad because even though maybe, because, you know, it is striking people of all ages. I've heard of people from 10 years old to elderly, you know, that it's affecting. I've heard of, you know, people in their 20s being put on ventilators. So it is a problem for people of all ages. But even if it does not make you super sick, you might be a carrier for it. Like you might get it, and then you might just transfer it to other people, and those other people might not be able to handle it, and they might die. So, yeah, just really, if you can, please stay at home. Yes, stay at home, hang out with your whoever you live with. Well, I mean, you know, social distance, because even the people you live with, you don't, if you're each going out, like I still go to work, I don't want to make the people I live with get sick, so I'm not going to be like all up in their grill either, even though we live in the same household. But yeah, just find stuff to do at home, you know. That's what we have the internet for. Hopefully the internet doesn't get overloaded. You know, board games, books, movies. Maybe this is your time to write your book. Maybe this is your time to write your story. This is your time to do some artwork you haven't done. You know, if you're in the reborn community, maybe this is when you make your baby. So, you know, just hold it together, hold it down. You got this. I hope you enjoyed this story. I am probably going to go now so that I can keep this kind of short so that it won't take forever to upload. I hope you enjoyed looking at all of these beautiful babies. Yes. So thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. And I hope you have a great day or night. I love you all. Stay safe. Bye-bye.